Michelle Tolmoff.
Thank you for staying so late tonight to hear all of our testimony. It's really appreciated. I'm thanking you on behalf of my husband, who can't be here tonight because he had to work, and our two little boys that are 4 and 6. And we represent that. We really miss one member of our family through the divorce process. For 5 years, we've been struggling with a visitation arrangement. And this bill represents something hugely significant to our family because we did have a person enter our case that was pretty unique from any other situation here. They weren't court appointed or agreed on by the parties. They inserted themselves on the case as a GAL AMC. She was a friend of the plaintiff. My stepson goes to a private school, and he has triplet little girls in his class. This started when he was young, so to me he's a little guy. So there were triplets in his class. The class size was very small, so a large percentage of the class took up my stepson and the 3 girls. And the mom of those girls is an attorney, and she decided that she was going to represent my stepson as his GAL. She babysat my stepson. It's just really hard because it's so complicated, but there was a huge conflict of interest. She would drive to court with mom and show up in Danbury Court in snowstorms, so they'd be sitting in traffic for 45 minutes before court and get out of the car together. It took us a long time to get her removed from the case, and we needed to spend a lot of money with attorneys that we didn't have just to get her removed from the case. And luckily, we have an impartial GAL now. There are some problems with the GAL system, I get that. But in our case, we really needed that GAL to help restore visitation because of the damage that was done by the first GAL that improperly inserted herself on the case. A judge did recognize the conflict of interest and helped us get her off the case. We did file a grievance against her, and we're one of the rare cases that it actually made it all the way to the probable cause finding and a hearing. But of course, GALs have immunity, so it got dismissed at that point with no disciplinary action. So for me, I think this bill is a good step in the right direction, but I really feel I'm a professional. I'm fully licensed with FINRA and the SEC, and I have a lot of regulation and oversight, and people's money matters. And I don't understand why people's children don't matter and why these people should have immunity. So I think that the immunity of a GAL and AMC needs to be removed, and the bill just needs to be fixed in that aspect. There are other things inside my testimony that I've written for you. And my name is not very common, so if you ever want to look up that grievance complaint, you can find it with the grievance committee. And then lastly, and I know my time wrapped up, but I did sign up for 2 different bills. The child support bill, 5526. I really hope that you don't pass that. I just think it's disparaging to a parent that is behind on their child support to publicly announce it, and I have a feeling that if you have a high conflict situation, the other parent is going to use that to tout it and disparage the other parent, and I don't think that's in the best interest of the child to post or publish that list publicly. I already know that you have a parent on the other side and they're going to post it on their Facebook with that link and talk bad about the parent and show it to the kid and how bad the parent is because they're behind on their child support. If a parent isn't supposed to use social media to talk about the divorce case, I don't think the state should be able to do that about the parent. So I hope that you read my testimony on that bill as well. And I thank you very much for your time.
Senator Doyle.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just have a quick question for a point of clarification. I'm not sure I understood. You're inferring the first GAL was improperly inserted in the case. I don't know what that means. Do you mean a judge appointed, or how? I guess just answer, was it the GAL appointed?
She just filed an appearance because she was a friend of the mom and she wanted to help the family out. And So, and we couldn't get her removed unless if we were willing to pay for another GAL. And unfortunately, my husband and I were both laid off that year. It was 2009. So we couldn't afford another
Right, but you're
GAL.
saying she was not, you're saying that GL was not appointed by the court?
No. She just
It-
filed an appearance and showed up
And the
in court.
judge accepted the appointment even though it was not made by the court?
It's not necessary that the judge accepted it. When the GAL filed the appearance, it's automatically accepted by the clerks. We disputed, we were pro se. So in family services, which we didn't understand was behind closed doors, we thought family services were supposed to be there to help us. When we disputed her appearance in family services, they told us, well, it's either going to be her or another GAL that you'll have to pay $3,500 for. We didn't have the money for the other GAL, and they said, well, then you're going to be stuck with her. She filed her appearance. The judge doesn't necessarily accept it because it's just filed with the clerk, and then that was it. It was done, and she was on her case.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions? Seeing none, thank you, Michelle.
Thank you.